Oh, this is not loading. Alright, there we go. We are ready to go for game number 3, the last game of the day. Today we have, for this last game, on the right, Håkan Johansson, the same as last game, if you've been watching the games in the right order. Flying Roast Tico C3PO, and then 4 T-70s, 2 Red Squadron Experts, and 2 Blue Squadron Rookies. I should put numbers on them. And on the left side, we have Mikkel Hedegaard flying Darth Vader in the TIE Defender, accompanied by Lieutenant Laurier and whatever is pronounced, in the with a Predator. Funner. That guy. All right. Tour. uh, yes. And we we lost part of a uh, dial. You found another. Okay. Okay. Dials are getting set. I'm excited to see Vader in the TIE Defender and a fully red list there, which is not helping me with my interface, but that's fine. That's fine. No, no, it's okay. if if you have one laying around, that would make the. Yeah. Yep. No. You're not helpful, Kevin. Kevin just tried to give me a third red TIE interceptor. You little devil. Right, one grey one, and then the very clearly. Right. So who's grey? Turret's grey, and lower is red. There we go. Perfect. Now it's very clear for everyone watching. Alright, dials are ready. The game is ready to go. Then good luck, guys. Have fun. And the timer is on. The resistance all packed in a block in the northeast of the board. While the Empire is quite spread out there. The Lieutenant going as fast as you can on the side of the board. It is not TTS anymore, as Mikkel says. You can't just click on the dial and expect things to be perfect. That would be so nice. We got used to being spoiled. And Darth Vader staying in his corner. Taking a lot of terrain there with the Empire, nearly having the whole diagonal there on the board. Keeping the angle of attack as open as possible. And see quite a bit more movement there. The blue squadron X-Wings just sliding on the eastern side of the board. Oh, and we see the wing tokens appearing. Ah, it's turn for Laurier to go with a 2 bank, which is blue, getting rid of the stress. Could decide here to go extremely aggressive. No. Oh yes, Laurier has the Star Viper style barrel, bank barrel back to the side of the board. And there the rest of the resistance presenting a pretty scary front there. Turfiner going straight, by rolling away from the wall of death. And then Darth Vader in in his TIE Defender. Going very slow, just the one bank up the board, presenting an interesting decision there for the resistance. Do you go on Vader or do you go away from him? Vader in the back does not sound like something I want to have. But we are back to dials. The range is closing though. Dials are getting ready. The interceptors are set down. Bit more questioning for Darth Vader. And the resistance chose to turn to the right there, leaving the flanks free for Vader to jump in. Might be a bad day for Mr. Laurier there. Alright, the players reminding me the action is happening. Darth Vader shooting at the back there. Pop, 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 doing some Vader things. Spending one force to change the blank. And that is Rose doing a reroll. And spending a focus. That's losing the shield on Miss Tycho. Bloop. And there we have Turfenner shooting aggressively at the number 1 X-Wing, and after his attack he can use the ability to roll away out of harm. So that's 2 shields down on the number 1 Blue Squadron. Checking for arc there from the Blue Squadron fighters. Range 3 through a cloud. No, that was those shots the other way first. The lieutenant shooting at the blue squadrons, shooting the other way. 3 versus 5 with a cloud. Rolls 2. And yeah, safe plus the cloud. Super safe. Warning 3. Uh, more than enough evades there. No damage, and we are back to dial with 3 shields down on the resistance and the Empire doing alright. The resistance have Darth Vader and Turfiner that are going to be kind of in the back. So some decisions to try to keep guns on target are going to have to be made. Dials also need to get set. This is probably going to be around where blood will run. And just rows left. child using some BB Astromex to roll there towards the edge of the board for the number 2 blue squadron, and following up with a 1 bank, trying to close the corner there from the lieutenant, and another barrel from number 1 blue squadron 1 for a similar maneuver, also with a 1 bank, keeping the distance from the defender there, and probably also from Darth Vader, at least preventing close range shots in the back. But there was of course people in the way from Darth Vader, so before he would get around there. Alright, and now we have the Leutnant going for 2 hard, skidding all the way there. Ooh, interesting decisions to be made here. That's at least avoiding a shot from number 1. He is going for the barrel, the special Laurier barrel, placing over there. Going around the table to probably consider a boost. Yes, going for a boost towards the left, getting a flanking position on number 2. Beautiful. Alright, now we have the other pair of X-Wings. Going for a 2 hard, closing the middle of the board. And the second red squadron going for a long straight maneuver. No, okay turn. Turning around. Planting its back, not quite to the defender. A rather safe position there, trying to get a shot towards Mr. Vader. And Rose just attempting something that might be a block there. Or at least placing guns towards where the defender will inevitably going towards. Check range for coordinate, using C3PO for coordinate and a calculate. Brings a target lock onto number 3. Yep, calculate went on the wrong ship. Yeah, there we go. Defender going for a 3 straight. Ooh, potentially dodging the shot there with some repositioning. Yeah, just boosting forward, evading the shot from Rose. It's probably pretty far from number 4 as well. Should be relatively safe. However, no actions here. Vader just going straight and bump, but he will get something that looks very much like a range 1 to the side of Rose, and with all the force in the world to modify dice, that's still probably going to be 3 or 4 hits. Vader range 1 there. It doesn't need the force, doesn't need the mods. 4 hits, natural roll of the hand. Rose measuring her rerolls. Seems to be 2 of them. Only 1 to be rerolled. 2 8, takes 2 damage, stays on the board. But that's 15 points scored by Mikkel. Toughener looks the wrong way. Then Lawyer is next. Range 1 into the flank of number 1, I'd assume. 4 dice. Not quite as good as the roll from Vader. No mods. 1 shield on number 2. Range 3, 3 versus 4 dice, no mods either way. 3 hits, that's could hurt. Nothing. Oh, and that's exactly how TIE Interceptors always die. At range 3 and modded. Goodbye Turfiner. Ouch! 44 points in the wind. No, no more shots. We are back to dials. With a slightly weakened Empire there. The resistance dials are nearly set. The Imperial dials are on the board. They're probably expecting to be the target of some aggression there. Number 2 going for a 4K. Seems to be clear of the cloud. "4K grabs the stress." And the second ship doing the same, but this one is going to go over the cloud. Getting a stress, potentially catching a strain. Roll for strain, yes, gets a strain. There, very nice strain token. Might not turn out to be very consequential, unless the lieutenant went for nope, he did not go for a too hard thinking about a roll. Gets rid of 1 stress there. Grabs a focus. Oh, that's these non-circular focus tokens from the store kit in 2017, I would think. And just going for a straight boost there, closing the range with the higher initiative X-Wings and potentially even with Rose. 4K on the number 3 X-Wing, the Red Squadron. And then Rose gonna move, just gonna do a slow blue maneuver, getting rid of the stress, jamming the Dark Lord of the Sith. Of course, there's no coordination possible there. Every X-Wing around her is very much stress. And a 1 straight on number 4. The jam there, of course, probably targeting the free evade from the TIE Defender ability. And we see just a focus there, getting a token, and Vader going for what looks like a 3 straight. Gained an evade, jammed away, no evades. But this is still a defender. Plenty of options are still quite open. Attempts to dodge with a roll, I'm not sure that's gonna work. Still, it's gonna be a very bad day for Mr. Number 4 there. Yeah, that's not dodge, but 2 shots coming at him. Playing Vader, 4 dice. Oh, he's gonna need a bit of force there to make this hurt. Swing 1 force, swing 2 force, keeping 1. Through. Yeah, no point keeping them for defense. There's no such thing as force for defense when you're 2 evades, only 1 shield there being taken by number 4. That is quite a bit under what was hoped. And Laurier just rolling 1 evade, keeping the focus for defense. There's an eye on the table, just eating the damage, keeping the focus to try to get the pain on Darth Vader, who is now tokenless. And it's turns for the X-Wings to bring on the pain. Seems like a range 2 obstructed from number 3 into Vader. 3 versus 4 dice. Rolls 2. Vader evades with all his might. And the range 1 there from number 4 with a focus onto a tokenless Vader. 3. Focus did not do much. Vader taking 2. 2 shield of Vader. Not bleeding any points quite yet. First X-Wing going at the Interceptor, just 1, no mods, safe. And then the X-Wing number 2, shooting at range 2, that's obstructed by the cloud. It's going to be 3 versus 4. No, pretty good offense. The cloud and the focus to be safe. Alright, we move back to dials. Number 4 here just taking 2 shields from range 1 from Vader and range 1 from Laurier. That's rather lucky. Vader there in a slightly tough position. Only has one force after using everything last round. Laurier is stressed, gonna have to move before the X-Wing that's in front of him. And most of the dials have been placed. A bit of hesitation on what to do with Vader here, which I would probably hesitate quite a bit as well. Decision. Two bank over the cloud that was grazed last round. This time it's going through. Loses the strain and no strain after rolling a crit there. The second one for the bank, that's also over the cloud here. Rolling again. A bank, also no strain, but no actions. These blue squadrons there being a bit scary, if you ask me. Lawyer starting to move there. Going for a 2 bank there in front of number 3. It's probably one of the very few maneuvers that we're certain to clear while still being blue. What do you do from here though? Takes a focus and a stress to boost forward to the left, getting quite some distance between the blue squadrons and the lieutenant. Turn for the red squadron to move around. Oh, there might be a bump there. No, that looks fine, at least from here. Yep, it seems to be okay. 4K there. Does he get a shot into the back of Lawyer? I think. That would be discussed later. Rose, who is still stressed. Oh no, not Rose first. First we go with the X-Wing there. Just going for a 3 straight to clear the stress. Grab the focus. And then Rose finally. Not much blue on the dial of the transport pod there. Attempts to coordinate is probably yeah, the number 3 there in range for coordinates gets a lock onto Darth Vader. Turns for Vader to move. Going for a 3 hard, that's gonna bump. Oh. Ship's getting taken off the thing. Yeah, that looks like a bump onto the number 1 blue squadron. Vader, no actions, no evades there because he did not fully execute that maneuver. That's gonna hurt. No shots for Vader. No shot for Fenrir. Starting with a Rage 1 on Darth Vader there. That's the only shot possible for number 3, so that's what makes the most sense. It's a focus in the lock. Let's see what is necessary. Spend the lock on the one blank. That's a hit and 2 eyes on the table right now. Cocked rolls. So 4 hits. Darth Vader. What did you roll on green? Just one of 8. Oh, yeah. It's a black dice. I can't see them. Okay. So Vader takes 3. That's 2 shield and a card. Half point scored on Darth Vader. That's 58 points for halving Mr. Vader. And uh, focusing the fire there from number 4, potentially on Vader. Or yeah, going for Vader. 3 dice against 4. Oh, that's some hot reds. Vader rolls nothing, and Rowan Evade takes hit crit and should leak. Well, yeah, a lot of things leaking out of Vader's ship, including Vader. Mikkel doesn't want to roll dice anymore. That's yeah. T- Basically table flip. The button is somewhat. Oh, we see the shake. Yeah, that would have been a hard game. And that's it. I will stop the clock. So 200 to 15 points scored by Mikkel there. Quite some really rough dice, and quite a brutal end for the Empire and also for the autumn season of the league here at the end of the month of June. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you around.